You must be the ones tasked by the academia with...
That's right. Good afternoon. I'm Kaveh.
We've met before. This is Thoth, the Ibis King.
I've only ever seen these two.
Ah, the paintings in the temple. They show us chatting, playing cards, playing chess.
No, only you enjoy playing chess.
I wouldn't go that.
Back to the matter at hand. A preliminary assessment by the academia indicates that this project requires expertise in the most capable mind.
The artisans who built Aru.
I didn't know that. We'll do.
Such brazen words.
No, that's not what he meant. Please, don't mind him. He shares...
I just think it's important to...
Forgive my lack of courtesy. Here's a first draft of the project proposal for your perusal. Please let us know if you have any requests. Normally, I'd have made it look a lot...
Naturally.
Why are you so preoccupied with the...
Exactly. This is Aru's mate.
We certainly will.
You may attempt King Deshret.
Is that true? No wonder.
Naturally.
Have you noticed that the Goat King keeps giving...
He understands the art of profund...
Excuse me for being...
You're mistaken.
You? Whatever. I knew it'd be like this working with you. All right, let me past. I need to look at this console.
It's your job to activate it after all. Everyone, please proceed with the external checks and prep...
Hello there, youngsters.
Whoa, the Ibis King came to life.
What do you mean, came to life? I've been...
You did say we could start our...
I've reviewed the proposal. You are the top scholar.
Aru and the Akasha. I thought the Akasha was the academia's greatest technological accomplishment.
And you too?
You've read the instruction manual.
An instruction manual? The Akasha has an instruction manual?
It used to sit on a shelf in the corner at the House of Dana. Not the If the manual is to be believed, Aru was in fact the original...
What? But there are so few records about Aru anywhere.
Ah, but this is something you could not possibly have known. You may have heard many stories about the desert.
I'm from Vahumana.
Precisely. And a large part of veracity is the... I may as well tell you. In the beginning, Nabu Malikata, the goddess of flowers, then she created the jinn, enlightened them, and ordered them to serve her. Two other gods also walked upon this land where wisdom flowed in abundance, and it was the first and greatest alliance. We should speak with reverence of this covenant between the three. All the great changes in Sumeru's history began with the goddess of flowers. For so grieved was King Deshret by her, and so the Akasha was inspired by Aru, while the basis for Aru itself came from Celestia's technology.
Well, if the two share a common technological origin, then connecting one system to the other is an entirely feasible idea.
Unbelievable. Have you no reverence at all for celestial technology?
No, I do, but there's no time for that. The schedule is too tight. Blame it on the deadline.
Perhaps you could try coming up with our cutoff dates.
You know what it's like having to turn around 5 different drafts in one day? I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
Yeah, also, Sir Ibis King, you don't plan on getting directly involved at all, do you?
Yes, well, you...
Neither.
Still, if Aru is so powerful, why did...
Because it was never fully completed. In the beginning, his wish was to create what he desired she bestowed. And thus was knowledge brought into the world. Her courage and sacrifice had to be honored with the most splendid of monuments, or King Deshret would surely have deemed it a grave injustice. And that monument, built from knowledge and technology, at that time, King Deshret said the following to the Lord of Dendro. Since we share an eternal covenant, I shall never be your enemy. Hence, remember, in the end, Aru was only used...
So the point you're making is, you could see this as an act of mercy.
This explains why
You have to be careful who you get involved with. Love is the same. It is... All right, Let us pause the story. Who's in charge?
Ah, yes.
Now then, close. Wisdom hides in the space between by the power of King Deshret.
Where did this come from?
It looks more like some form of externalized.
Just as the Akasha allows you to access a greater range of knowledge, this is no ordinary mechanism. Whether you choose to increase or decrease, keep...
Looks mechanical to me.
Turn around.
So that's where the elevator is. Obelisks were used to record important information in the ancient desert civilization. Hey, Alhaitham, there's some writing here I'll need you to decipher. I've sent it to your screen. Do you see it?
Got it. It's a little blurry, but I should manage.
Take a look and tell me what it says. Oh, and I'll send any other similar text directly to you from now on.
Let's start with this one. It's a variant of an older script. Herein lie verses written for the Yellow Sands. Looks like cultural information from the age of King Deshret.
If so, I suggest you delete it.
Words thrown together merely for fun.
Well, as long as you're certain that this...
It is unimportant.
All right, well, I guess I'll start now. Found some more. Sending them over to you now.
These are all reports about the Gurubad conflict.
Can we delete them?
I'd say so. Most of this information has already been archived anyway.
What if there are details in there that Vahumana missed? What are we supposed to do if they come after us in the future?
They'll just have to live with it. If we don't resolve these issues now, there won't even be an academia in the future, let alone a Vahumana Darshan.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, done. There's some other similar monuments nearby. I'll check them out. Another monument.
Hold on.
You're still reading it?
It records the development and governance of
Is it important?
some of it.
What about the artisans' records? What do they...
They're speculations.
Sounds like pure mythology.
The records do
Even that got...
Is that truly
No, the...
It meets the requirements of the contingency plans, so we should be...
I gotta say, it's the strangest feeling. It's like drifting between life and death. Or in and out of a dream. Using my own hands to manipulate illusion.
Chasing dreams in the most literal sense.
What happens if my spirit just...
That won't happen.
All right.
Traveler from afar, do you worry for the fate of...
Woo! Greetings, crocodile.
Please be at ease. I'm just here to chat with you.
Sounds like you really care about her.
Yes, although to be exact...
Speaking of Nihida, Paimon was wondering...
Wait a moment.
What is it?
I tried calling out to a pep. This can only mean that she is focusing all...
All the gods who served King Deshret seemed super surprised to hear that Apep agreed to help Nihida.
Are you aware of the history between her and our king? The story begins a long time ago. That was when our king was at the height of his power. Ibis Goti and I were no match for him. To Apep, Al-Ahmar's pride and sense of superiority were nothing but ignorance and In the end, King Deshret coveted the power of Celestia. His final act was to trick the dragon into swallowing him whole. The Dendro Dragon stands for the glory of a bygone era. She hated Al-Ahmar and what he represented. And so, her willingness to help the Dendro Archon through this crisis comes as a great surprise indeed. It makes one wonder...
Yep, Nihida did her a huge favor.
So Lesser Lord Kusanali put an end to the Dendro Dragon. As much as she loathes the Seven, Apep knows kindness when she sees it. No wonder she was willing...
Yeah, that's the sense we got from you.
She is not incapable of coexisting with other living things. Rather, she actively chooses to avoid coexistence. And this, despite all of this being said, I wouldn't expect too much from her if I were you.
We'll keep that in mind. Anyway, how much longer do you think Nihida needs to stay with Apep? For all we know, the Fatui might still be in the desert. Just to be honest, I'm alright, Paimon. Huh? Was that Nahida's voice?
It seems the treatment was effective.
Since when do my deeds require your evaluation?
Here will do just fine.
I had no intention of taking you any further. One ought not...
You always hide your kindness away like an oasis within a sandstorm. Only those who make it through the...
You dare appraise my being?
No. I'm expressing my gratitude. I want to thank you for sharing your
Awake already. You are more resilient than I thought.
Pep. I feel much better. Thank you.
Gods and their gratitude mean little to me. I would rather you give me your assurance that the situation with If I suffer any ill effects from the ley lines, You, as the god of this land, will be held.
I understand what you require. But I would assume this task even Sumeru is my responsibility.
A farcical notion. God of Sumeru, I hope you realize how unextraordinary your strength.
And yet, maybe it is precisely what defines me.
Then hold steady. We go for.
Well, I'll be. Is that a pep? Do my eyes deceive me? Of all places.
I see that after all this time, El Ahmar's menagerie of ministers remain as.
It's a pleasure, Dendro Dragon. Had you arrived but a little sooner, you...
What a nauseating thought. You are not the first insects I have had the displeasure of dealing with today. A swarm of them tugged on my tail on my way over. Goodness knows what
What did you do with...
I cast them away. What would you have me do? Booer, this is where we shall part ways. To be clear.
Then I wish you peace as you return to your dwelling place.
It matters not to me. Simply refrain from bothering me again.
A force to be reckoned with. At times like this, I feel glad that she has no interest in...
Hold on, just hold on, okay? We're almost there. We made it. Huh? Wait, uh-oh, I'm gonna fall. Well, that's a relief.
The Dendro Archon's familiars. They are the last thing I expected to see here.
Huh? Wait, what are the Aranara doing here? Obviously, I was worried about the Dendro Archon. I've been supporting... Oh, you seem pretty nervous. Is it not just people? It's all these I can't believe you made such a long and dangerous journey just for my sake. I'll have to ask everyone to wait while I help our new arrival settle in. Once I'm done, I'll gather everyone to discuss Traveler, Paimon. Shall we find a... Awesome! Let's... Well, first... Okay, I think that covers everything. Hello, everyone. It's only us. It must be very tough for you coming all the way out here, especially since you don't like the Veluca. Is everyone back in Vanarana doing well? Everyone's here. Good. Are you okay? You look like you were about to pass out back there. Then you're forgetting who I am. Don't underestimate me. Oh, excuse suppose everyone is gathered here because of me. As we can see, the situation is critical, and everyone is very busy with their various tasks, so... I can't thank you enough. Right now, we're focused on restructuring Aru, processing excess information, and helping restore everyone's confidence. I can help too! Just let me know where I'm needed. Up to no good? Traveler, Paimon. I have other work to attend to here that... No problem? Thank you. There's one other thing. If you are to work alongside the people of there's nothing to fear. No one here will hurt you. But if you do feel afraid... Very well. Now, I shall bestow a small blessing upon you all. Do not fear. We will face it. Everyone's here. Wonderful.
Dendroarchon. Are you recovering all right?
I'm doing very well. I see. Using the power of Aru to I regret to be the bearer of bad news. But with the state that Irminsul is currently in...
Alas, we had feared.
And what about non-traditional mean?
Non-traditional?
Are you saying...
Desperate times call for new measure. Ah, it's you. The Aranara have good intuition when it comes to people.
Given everything that's going on, I'd be...
Miss Nefer, as a professional intelligence broker...
Not one that I'm willing to volunteer.
Let's say I'll treat this as a pilot project aimed at expanding your intelligence operations. What...
I like the sound of that. Glad...
Given that you rarely set foot in Sumeru, practically no one at Caravan...
I take it you've read the files on everyone in the area?
Yes. I also skimmed the list of evacuees, and am more or less up to date on wherever...
Any initial suspects?
Limiting the scopes to males whose recent activity could be viewed as suspicious. The Aranara saw 2 people talking, but currently we only have 1 suspect. The other person was probably just a
Everyone is heading for the desert per the evacuation order. Anyone willing to turn back at this stage is
There's no way it was a spur-of-the-moment decision to act at a time like this. We need to smoke him out for more...
Sounds like you have the beginnings of a... I see. You're suspicious...
So far, we still lack solid evidence that he's been bribed. He hasn't made any recent purchases that would indicate...
Then let's get closer to him to confirm before we make our move. I can handle it. I'm not based in Sumeru, so barely anyone at Caravan Rebot knows who I am.
And you're certain you've never encountered this person in...
I'm certain. Besides, it's extremely rare for me to have had any direct contact with Sumeru mercenaries besides Jet. There's no way he could have seen my face before. Sino, stay out of sight and wait for my signal. If he raises any red flags, I'll...
Understood. I'll take it from there.
Excellent. Well, it's a pleasure working with you. Darker skin, scars. Nothing unusual about how he dresses or a coin. Interesting. Could that be how his contact paid him? Conveniently discreet for someone trying to hide any... Sorry to bother you. Has everyone here already left? I don't suppose...
Ma'am, what are you doing in Caravan Rebot all by yourself? The main group evacuated some time ago. Didn't you pass them on the road?
My friend and I lost some of our cargo along the way. I didn't want to miss out on potential business, so I told her to go on ahead and meet the client while I retraced our steps. And then there was a terrible sandstorm. I guess I must have taken a wrong turn.
Forgive me for asking, but just to be on the safe side, could you describe this friend of yours?
Sure. She has blonde hair, and she was wearing a hat and a white dress. You definitely...
Yes, I think that does ring a bell. Ah, my apologies. During this exceptional time, the core of
I understand. Well, sir, is there anything else you need to know?
Hey, wait! They left a good while ago now. You'll never catch up with them on your own. Why don't I give you a ride? I'm here to collect the last few people anyway. We have plenty...
That would be amazing. Traveling with a group will be much safer.
Hey, let's not worry about the money for now. Wait here a moment. Once I'm done packing up, I'll take you to...
All right, thanks. Let me know if you need a hand.
No need for that.
Okay. Well, I wish there was some way I could repay you.
You're not wrong there. I mean, what kind of cargo is so important that it's worth risking your life to get back?
Actually, I suppose I can tell you, since you've been such a big help. But
Oh, really?
We're in the antiques business. You understand? Some of our goods aren't acquired through the most legitimate means. We have to be...
No wonder. Well, ma'am, in that case, it turns out that
I'm all ears. But to be clear, our commission isn't cheap. Think carefully before you ask.
I'm sure that won't be a problem. My issue is, I have...
Pure gold. That's quite something. How'd you come across it? Dig it out?
If you look hard enough, there are many...
It has no distinct Snezhnayan markings. That'll be why he's going with that story. And he clearly doesn't want to arouse surely you wrath of...
The shop I used to work with is having cash flow issues at the moment after losing some money. I'm under enough pressure as...
I understand. Gold is the last thing that
As it happens, I'm just about done packing. Shall we make a move?
Sure. Let's walk and talk.
This evacuation was a huge operation. They needed a few people to stay behind and tie up loose ends. And I ended up being one of them. You're lucky you ran into us in time.
I certain...
Hands where I can see them.
General Mahamatra! No, wait!
This is the coin? Sadly, you won't have the chance to spend it.
Nicely done. Looks like Sumeru's mantra are a well-oiled machine nowadays.
Unmarked gold coins are quite difficult to trace. Thanks to you, here's what's gonna happen. Southeast from here, leeward side of the hill.
Great work. Candace tells me your interrogation.
Hers are quickly catching up. She's improved. Looks like it's over to you for the next.
Because I'm quickest on my feet?
Because you know how to trail a target. Plus, it'll be easier to monitor their activity.
Fine.
One more thing. The Traveler just brought a message from...
Got it. Well...
Are you sure you'll be...
Gee, I don't know.
Okay.
Really? You do know this is a stealth operation, right?
Paimon? Are you sure about...
Well, Paimon at least wants to give it a shot. Besides, being the best guide in Tibet has to count for...
Fine. Join me if you want. But be warned. If...
No need! Paimon will be super...
Good. Then what are we waiting for?
Ah! Coming! Coming!
Too slow. We're here. Now we wait.
Okay, yeah, cool.
What's on your mind?
Huh? Oh,
I thought all you cared about besides being a guide was food and sleep.
what's that supposed to mean? Paimon's been on plenty of danger...
But never on your own. You hardly ever leave the Traveler's side. Just saying. I'm kind of at loose ends right now. So if you did want to share, I suppose...
Hat guy? Do you... think Paimon is... useless?
What? Where's that coming from?
When we were in Notcry, Paimon suddenly realized something. Even though Paimon's with the Traveler every single day, whenever we face real danger, she can't do anything to help. Paimon doesn't get like this very often. She just got really scared when the Traveler got kidnapped that time. What if she never came back? And the more Paimon thought about it, the more useless she felt. But Paimon doesn't want to be a burden. Does that make any sense? You know, that feeling of just being completely useless and...
You asked the right person.
Oh, hat guy.
I'm not gonna try and encourage you. What I will say is this. When you start doubting yourself, you have two choices. You have to make the decision to move forward. Otherwise, no amount of consolation from other people is gonna help you. So ask yourself, what do you want? To get stronger? To learn more? Whatever it is, go do it.
Oh, all right.
Something's not right. Shouldn't they be here by now? Paimon, is it just me?
Should Paimon take a look?
We'll give it another hour. If nothing happens, we head back.
Okay. How strange. We've been here for ages. Where the heck? What is it? Did you think of something?
Something feels off about this whole situation. We know for sure that the guy Sinocot had something set up. Yet somehow his contact is a no-show. So, either the handler got caught, or, more likely, they decided to cut our guy loose.
But how would they know to do that? Wouldn't they at least send someone here to check things out?
That's the problem. They couldn't possibly know what's happening here. This feels all too familiar.
Even though this isn't a formal meeting, I'd still like to start by saying how grateful I am to each.
Shesipank and Bennu are currently assisting the scholars with the maintenance of... As for Hermanu...
There have been times when time has taken many things away.
I must say, there is one... You appear to be in good spirits, Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Oh no! So even a Pep's powered? Don't worry, Paimon. It worked very well indeed. The issue is how closely I am tied to Irminsul. And Sumeru has undergone tremendous changes during your absence. When gods pass away, inevitably, people's faith in them grows weaker.
Regrettably.
I too have grown weaker due to the effects of Irminsul. Right now, we're all...
Then what do you suggest?
We take all the help we can get. Sumeru is our shared home. You and I, gods and humans alike. We must unite all our strength in...
Though Al-Ahmar is no longer with us, the alliance between the three gods remains in force. Regardless, as subjects of our king, we have a responsibility, not to mention that it was the people of Sumeru who released us from this prison of Aru. Times have changed, and the people of today possess...
You really know how to give a rousing speech.
Now then, let us learn more about your plan.
The brightest minds of the Sumeru Academia are busy opening and renovating Aru. They claim it has something to do...
Correct. Irminsul has existed in Tevat since the very beginning. But during the Age of the Dragons, it did not possess the significance it holds after the heavenly principles arrived. The power of the Light Realm was divided into elemental energy, and Irminsul was refashioned as a device that records and preserves all information. Since then, everything in this world has been as the Dendro Archon. I have a duty to protect Irminsul. To Sumeru, it is both a national treasure and undeniably Tevat has seen many upheavals in the last few years. The most recent of these was a major crisis in Notcry, which forced Sumeru to be even more vigilant than usual. I made sure to monitor all the pathways through which an outsider could potentially transmit themselves into Irminsul. I still believe that someone has actively invaded Irminsul. But rather than taking any of the pathways I referred to, the intruder by entering Irminsul through death.
I see what you mean. You cannot simply stop all deceased souls from returning to the ley lines because of a potential invasion that could occur.
That's right. As important.
Please, understand how difficult this predicament was for the Dendro Archon.
Defense has never been an easy task.
After Irminsul was invaded, my authority was quickly restricted. Soon after that, the tree began denying access to any connection.
I'm sure you feel responsible, but you are not to blame. No one can predict every possible disaster. There will always be trials and tribulations for the world to endure.
But the people of Sumeru should not have to endure this. We must find a way to break through the lockdown and connect to Irminsul.
And this is why you need Aru.
Yes. The only thing in Sumeru capable of rivaling Irminsul in terms of overall function and performance is Al-Ahmar's legacy, Aru. All I managed to do before falling into a coma was make some minor adjustments to Irminsul. Using Aru is a lot. The scholar's initial plan was to borrow Aru's power to reboot the Akasha, then use the Akasha. Unfortunately, Irminsul has suffered far greater damage than they first thought. To rise to the challenge, we had to resort to a more extreme and far costlier means. To reclaim Irminsul, our brightest scholars have made further modifications to Aru with multiple goals in mind.
Human wisdom has clearly improved over the millennia. You have not only our support, but that of the...
Together, we will do everything in our power to...
By the way, when you spoke earlier of an intruder, it almost sounded...
Well... Master Tainari! What is that?
Is this Irminsul? How did this happen? What's going on inside?
Luckily, we managed to evacuate everyone.
What in the world was that? That was terrifying!
Oh my. I understand now, Dendroarchon.
Not once over the millennia has Irminsul been so terribly afflicted.
Please continue, Dendroarchon.
Irminsul's root system is what comprises the ley lines. In the past, it has always been hidden away, going unseen by the general populace. It has become a tree of unbridled greed. A clear sign that a deranged experiment has advanced to a new stage.
Blasphemy. From where I stand, an experiment in the name of blasphemy sounds rather improper. But if we are to honor Dottores' will, this is what we must do.
The birth of this tree proves to me beyond doubt that this incident is connected to him. But to explain the situation in full, there is someone I need to tell you about.
Zandik. So it was him. I saw him in the desert once. A man of supreme arrogance. So...
But didn't Dottore die and not cry? How is he still able? He must still have loyal followers amongst the Fatui. Even so, I'm still unclear as to how he has been able to wield such a profound influence over Irminsul.
I can confirm that Fatui forces have arrived in Sumeru City. Furthermore, Irminsul seems to be undergoing some kind of mutation. Evil branches are beginning to grow. Sorry, I couldn't think of any other word to describe it. They don't seem to be fully formed physical entities.
A baleful tree.
Speaking of Dottore, I have some information on that front as well. I didn't think it was wise to state this out in the open. But my theory is, the mole wasn't cut off after he was caught.
You mean, the Fatui never intended to follow through with him? Then why plant a mole at all?
It's hardly a conventional strategy. And the rationale behind... But as it happens, I know someone who works exactly this way. And when it comes down to it, his goals are... He's been a collaborator of Dottore's from the outset. That fact alone confirms that Dottore is involved with this somehow.
There is still much to be done. Everyone.
As per the discussions, the following groups must act. Mr. Alhaitham and Mr. Kave, the next phase of the Aru renovation project must begin right away.
We'll give it everything we've got.
The plan looks feasible, but the implementation will require certain resources.
General Mahamatra Sino and his team will help to procure the materials required for
No problem. I've already spoken with Sethos and Hat Guy.
This kind of thing is best left to the fleet-footed.
If it's efficiency you're after, we're the right people for the job.
Following up on the elemental energy amplifier we discussed.
Yep, that's right. Leave it to Lord Sangamabe.
Got it. Well, I'd like Madame Farazan,
You can count on us. Will do.
Rest assured, I'll take...
Dia, Candace, and Nefer.
You bet.
Good. I believe that covers everything.
Poor Tainari. Must be tough being Nephis' student.
Hey, don't try and drive a wedge between us, you will.
All it says to me is that Master Nephis has faith in everyone's abilities. While I'm nominally here as back.
Exactly.
Finally, Traveler, you and that once that task is complete, I'll be asking some of you to accompany the Eternal Oasis? I thought that was just...
Regarding your trip to Natlan, so regretfully, we won't be able to give the Pyro Archon Mawika the grand reception that she deserves. My apologies.
No point putting too much pressure on your...
Right. Especially you, Dendro Arca.
Don't worry about me. The Dendro Dragons Plus. We'll be there every step of the... Yes. I believe in myself. Well...
To what extent we can implement the final plan depends on how successfully the Akasha can be modified and configured. And to make sure the configuration works...
Yeah, no surprises there.
Once we roll this out, any Sumeru citizens who already have Akasha... This still leaves us with a significant equipment shortage, though.
We'll need a supply of rare materials for the renovation of Aru and the production. Time is not on our side.
The Aru merge and renovation project will happen as discussed. General Mahamatra Sino and Mr. Hat Guy will source. Mr. Sethos is quite familiar with the layout of King Deshret's mausoleum, with him accompanying them.
I have every confidence. In the meantime, we may as well...
Makes sense. There's not much we can do until the materials arrive.
Get information and stay close.
What is this, boot camp?
It's just Sino being Sino.
Everyone clear on our mission objective. Look at the excess primal constructs.
And King Deshret's 7 pillars agreed to this?
If they're just sitting there doing nothing, we might as well put them to use.